I have a question for you today. It's the kind of question that friends often ask each other, sometimes expecting serious answers, sometimes just expecting a simple response. But the question is simply this, and I'd like for you to take a moment to think about it. How are you doing? No, seriously, how are you doing? Are you doing well? Do you feel energized, enthusiastic about your work, delighted to get up and go to work every day? Or delighted to prepare for the next leadership team meeting that you have? How are you doing? Because I see an increasing number of people that, like myself, have gone through a season of deep fatigue and exhaustion. And I'd like to remind you that exhausted is not a virtue. There's something you can actually do about it. You see, the normal season of life, or the normal cycle of life, routine of life, has a number of significant facets to it. And it looks something like this. We work. We have the job we go to. We have our vocation. We have chores. Those are the things that we do when we get home in the evenings and on Saturdays. Keep the grass mowed, keep the house clean, keep the vehicle in tune, whatever the basic chores are that sustain our ordinary lives. And then we have rest, something that's essential to our well-being. And this includes things like sleeping well at night, but it's about taking a bit of time off from work so that you rest deeply. Mind, emotions, body, spiritually come to a place of rest. And then, of course, we have these little things that we call hobbies or our playtime. And it's the kind of thing children do naturally and spend most of their lifetime doing, most of their lives doing, until they grow up and they take on a vocation. And the number of chores increases, and rest begins to decline, and the play starts slipping away. But a healthy life, a healthy person living a healthy life, has a healthy dose of work. They have chores that they accomplish. They have patterns of rest and recovery, and then they also have some playtime. We know we can't play all the time, but it's an important part to maintaining a healthy life. And here's what happens. The first one of these to go away, when that spiral of exhaustion begins, is we stop the play. The hobbies slip away. The things that we do simply for fun, for refreshment, for renewal, we let them go. And we find ourselves in the work, chores, and rest routine. But what's interesting is that emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually, what play brings to us is now beginning to go away, and our rest becomes more about bodily rest, because the body speaks to us most loudly about its need for rest. And as that exhaustion spiral continues to spiral down, we find ourselves at a place where life becomes work and chores, and we're just working all the time. We're trying to maintain a quality of life. We're just going after work and being sure that we keep the laundry done so we look reasonably good at work. And at the very bottom of this exhaustion spiral, we find lives completely consumed by work. Sure, you may lay your head on a pillow at night and sleep, kind of, but you're never truly refreshed. The chores are being neglected. The car hasn't been serviced. The lawn's not getting mowed. If it's getting mowed, it's a hasty kind of mow and not the way you really want it done. Play is long gone. And you might still get some sleep at night, but you haven't been on a vacation in a long time. You've not truly had a day off where you played or did chores for a true emotional reset. And the result of that is absolute exhaustion. And exhausted is not a virtue. We want to live a healthy life with healthy rhythms. And for that, we need all four of these. And it doesn't really matter how old you are, how important your job is. You need a season of play. Whether it's going fishing, the round of golf, hanging out with grandkids, riding go-karts, whatever you do for fun that's rejuvenating, refreshing, and allows the tension from the mind to ease. Because the play allows you to live a full, productive, and healthy life. and it actually makes your work far more productive. So don't think that your work is of the same quality when you're down here in this exhaustion spiral. No, it's not. In fact, my own experience has been that I'm working longer and harder than I've ever worked in my life, but I'm actually getting less done. I'm not being effective. And effectiveness comes when your chores are up to date, you're rested, and you've had a chance to play. You can come back with full focus on your work, and you can be all in instead of coming back dragging and seeing work as kind of this hamster wheel that's just got you going. So what are you going to do about it? No one else is going to do anything about it. You have to deal with your exhaustion. And if you want to move back up to a healthy place where your life represents healthy rhythms of work, chores, rest, and play, only you can actually do something about it. Other people might tell you need to. Still not going to happen. You are the one who's responsible. So do something about it. Take some time off. Go on that vacation. Get an extended rest. Allow yourself to kind of come back together, to be refreshed, to be restored, so that when you go back to work, you're at your maximum. You're most effective.